Welcome to the Carriker Chronicles, the People Show. Check the Pulse of Husker Nation, brought to you by Nebraska Spine Hospital. Today I'm joined by Husker defensive back Cam Taylor-Britt. How you doing today, Cam?
I'm all good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. I want to thank you for joining me, and I wanted to chat about the past couple of games. You guys have played better, shown improvement in the Purdue game, the Iowa game. You held Purdue to -2 yards rushing. I know that's not their forte, but that's still impressive. You held Iowa, who is a rushing team, to 2.9 yards per carry. You also played well, I thought, in the Northwestern game. So what can you attribute that improvement to in those games I just mentioned?
Nah, we really just played as a team, man. We don't like losing. I feel, we came together during the week, during practice, and to really just harped on, form tackling, vice tackling, just playing, the ball in the air and, just practicing very hard, just like we'll do in the game. Treat it just like a game situation and go hard at all times.
So I wanted to ask specifically about Purdue because they have some talented wide receivers. Most folks know about Rondale Moore. They've got some other talented guys. Okay, and some people were surprised you guys decided to go straight man-to-man at times versus Purdue, and you had success with it. Okay, so talk to me about what that challenge was like, and what do you attribute the good amount of success you had against Purdue's talented wide receivers man-to-man? What do you attribute that to?
Just watching film, all week, man. We had a big test, on the outside and on the inside with Rondale Moore as well. We just wanted to, harp on that during the weekend, check out their releases and, certain routes that they run the best and, the things that they're not so good at. I just feel, Nebraska defense as a whole, we love to play man-to-man, especially the DBs. We love that competition and just going out there and locking down, our island and handling our business.
Now, to be fair, I can't just ask easy softball questions. So the Illinois game obviously was probably the low point of the season, you know what I mean? And crap happens sometimes. I get that. I know that. But what do you attribute the struggles in that particular game to?
We just didn't tackle well, man. I feel like everybody was, flowing to the ball. We weren't playing as a team. We had, little hiccups here and there. Just to start the game off, we had a hiccup. And, everything just went down from there. And we just, have to bounce back from little things like that. Adversity comes and we just have to flip the switch and, get back to, playing Nebraska football.
Now, the Penn State game, you guys made 2 defensive stands inside your own 20-yard line to stop Penn State to seal the victory. At Iowa, I know you guys weren't able to get the victory, but you stopped Iowa on their last drive to give the offense a chance to score for the Huskers. Okay, so talk to me. All right. In both games, you guys were able to get those critical stands late in the fourth quarter defensively. Now, what are you thinking when you're on the field and the game's on the line?
I just know, that my man's not scoring on me.
I like that.
Try to communicate to the defense, man. It's on us. We want to go back on the field, to help the offense get the ball back. And, get them some time on the clock, go down and score. But we want to be on the field. We don't like the situations, where, it's a close game. We have to go out on the field, just to get a stop. But, we love it, though, when, it's our time to get on the field.
Now, the coaches waited this year to hand the Blackshirts out till after a few games were played. Now, did they address it before the first game of the season at all, before Ohio State? Did they say what they were looking for, what the idea behind that was? And what were you guys thinking?
No, we really, there was questions about the Blackshirts given their practice, but we really didn't, get too much into it. I'll say, when they gave the Blackshirts out, everybody was really surprised because we didn't know, we were going to get them. We really just, had to play up to, the part of being a black shirt. And we didn't do that until, that game came up and we were expecting it, I'll say. But when we got them, man, we were so excited, man. It's a dream come true.
Did the coaches say anything specific when they handed them out that day? Obviously, you guys were excited. It's always an emotional day to get your black shirt. What did the coaches say on that particular day to you guys when you got your black shirts?
You just have to keep them. We earned them. You told us, we earned them, and we just have to keep it up because they can be taken away at any point in time when you're not doing your job.
No, it was interesting because at first they didn't announce who got the black shirts, and a couple days later they did. Okay, did you have a preference? What were your thoughts on that? Did you care if they were announced, or what were your thoughts?
I just know, it does mean a lot, to wear that black shirt, deep down the side. Everybody wants to be one that plays defense. And, I say, I really wasn't too worried about the black shirt. Just wearing it at practice because I want to, show it in games. But it's kind of cool, just wearing it at practice, just being there and, just playing like that all the time.
Now, the past couple games, and I already asked you about the past couple games, but some things I've noticed definitely more of an attitude on the defensive side of the ball. You guys in the secondary definitely have that, that's for sure. And there's been some harder hitting I think I've seen as well. What do you attribute that to, specifically the past couple of games?
And we just got to come full force. We know, some guys don't go down just as easy as others, and we have to, form tackle. And with form tackling, you have to bring the power with everything.
Now, if you want to completely avoid this question and not answer it, I completely understand, but I thought I'd throw it in here. What are your thoughts on the targeting rule?
Man, I believe, the targeting rule is kind of, it's a word that, I can't say it, but I describe it as soft.
Yeah.
In some ways, I grew up, playing the rough football of Alabama, down south country football, and what it's come to now is kind of crazy, but it's the rules and we have to abide by them. So we just have to play the game safe.
I think you handled that question very well. When I wrote it down, I was like, I wonder what he's going to say. You handled it very well. All right. Now, do you guys hear any of the noise from the national media when they take shots at Nebraska from time to time? Do you guys hear that? Do you pay attention to it at all?
Of course, we don't have any, a choice but to see it, just because, us guys, we are on social media, and it's everywhere on social media. Sometimes you look up and it's Nebraska, wanting football back so bad, and, they're not doing what they need to do. Man, this is a rebuilding stage. I look at it, man. I've been here 3 years, and I don't plan on leaving, man. Just, to make sure Nebraska gets back on top, and I want to be that leader to help us do that. And I feel like, as far as the leaders on the team, they don't want, you feel me, like kids looking at it. Our teammates looking at it and, getting down and, want to, transfer. Whoever wants to be here needs to be here and, help us, rebuild and get this thing back right.
Now, Coach Frost referenced you as the alpha in the secondary. Why do you think that is, and what's your reaction to hearing something like that?
It's really not a surprise to me, honestly, not to be any, cocky or anything, just a blessing, if anything. I just play with so much emotion, and I feel like I play with that emotion just from, coming where I'm from, and, it's not a lot of people that can, just up and move 14 hours away to go to a school and, be successful at that. There's been guys, that's left the city and, just right back in the city the next month or two. Just couldn't survive, that struggle of being away and, being on your own and handling your business.
Now, obviously yourself, but who are some of the other leaders on the defense and the team as an overall whole this year for Nebraska?
And I can just say a lot of leaders, man, just because throughout this year, a lot of people have stepped up in so many different ways for this team. But, of course, I'll say DiCaprio. And, Kel, he's a silent killer, man. Markel Dismute.
Yeah.
You have Deontay as well, just because, those are the older guys, and they've been in the system. I've been in the system as well, but I just treat them, you feel me, with respect, just like I would any other person because they are older. And, as far as the offense, man, defense, we still have Colin Miller, Ben Stilley. You have some young guys like Ty wanting to speak up and, go first in the reps, show everybody how it's done. On the offense, you have Wandale. Alante Brown is speaking up, and, he's trying to get in the system and, make plays for the team whenever he can. And I feel, Xavier Betts can be a big part, in this thing, especially with the offense. Once he, speaks up and, just let everybody know really how he feels, I believe everybody will respect it, because he backs it up on the field.
Now, this may be an obvious question, or maybe it's not, but what would constitute a successful rest of the season for the Huskers?
If you don't mind me asking, could you, rephrase that question? Make sure I got you a good answer for this one.
No, I mean, basically, like you look, so you're 2-4 right now in a month and a half or a month or so. When you look back on what's going to happen from this point on to the end of the rest of the season, what would be a successful season? What's a successful way to end the season? How about that?
A successful way to end the season by, winning, of course, man. Just us playing Nebraska football and staying together. I preach that so much, just being together because, when we play together and everybody's on each other's hats and, everybody's making plays and we're having fun out there, we can't be beat, man. I believe everybody sees that and then just can feel that energy, just looking through the TV. Us guys on the sidelines are hyped, for special teams. And, that was a problem for us. We had to get some guys out there that really wanted to, make plays and get out there, and change the game, because that one play can, change the outcome of a game.
Now, nobody really knows. Obviously, you've got Minnesota this week, and hopefully you're able to play a crossover game versus the team from the Big Ten East in 2 weeks. Nobody really knows how that's going to work. Everyone kind of envisions, 1 versus 1, 2 versus 2, all the way down through both sides of the division. Is there anybody you look at on the opposite side of the division from the Big Ten East, and maybe you'd like to play a little bit more, and not in that you're calling anybody out, but it would be fun for whatever that reason may be?
Honestly, probably Indiana. They have a good receiver over there. They have a great defense, man. They're doing their thing over there in Indiana. I know it may be a slight chance, but I want the best of the best, and I believe this team does too. I believe our offense can score on anybody. When they put their mind to it and everybody's clicking like we're supposed to. And I believe our defense can stop anybody. Especially when we're flying around, getting hats to the ball and just making plays and having fun.
I like that answer. That's a good answer. All right. Is there any behind-the-scenes stories or anything about Cam Taylor-Britt that people don't know that maybe you'd feel comfortable sharing with the fine folks at home? It can be anything. It can be football, non-football. And if there's nothing, it's no big deal.
Well, I can just tell you my game day ritual, man. I just wake up in the morning, at first I pray, just ask God to show me the way, and just know that, I'm going to give him everything I got, and I'm going to give the glory to him at the end of the day. First, I call my mom and my grandma, they give me the speeches. I just have to hear their voice. It just calms me down because I'm so excited and ready to play, and, the nerves are running, and they just, just hear those soft voices. It just calms me down, brings me back to, a level head. And, I listen to my gospel music first, and, once I go on that field, I listen to my turn-up music, get me hyped, get ready for the game.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, last question I got for you. Is there anything you'd like to say to Husker Nation or a message you'd like to shout out to Nebraska fans?
Husker Nation, please be behind us, through thick and thin. We'll put everything out on the line. I promise you that, and we will be back soon.
All right, man, I appreciate it. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate your time. Good luck this weekend versus Minnesota. And until next time, Husker Nation, go Big Red, and always remember,
throw the bones, baby.
Thanks again to our sponsor, Nebraska Spine Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen, when it's your spine, you do not want to mess around, and experience matters. That's why you can trust the experts at Nebraska Spine Hospital, the region's only spine-specific hospital. They are the best at what they do.